everybody, you're in Rido here again. Out on the bike, figured I'd kind of do another vlog. We're going to test the camera at some 55 miles per hour right now. So, going down the stretch. I'm going to go get a few things. And kind of getting out of the house today. Feeling a bit better. Said things always go down and then they come up. And well, now they come up. It's amazing how things change within a day. So if you ever think you're having a really shitty time and it's only you, it's not you. Trust me. It's everyone else. My brother's actually working right now. My job overtime's coming eventually, so just being stuck without a paycheck for a week sucks. And yeah, so it's about 45 degrees. Sorry, still got a bit of a cough. Kind of slept most of the day. We were at a party last night, so we were there all night. And I kind of made my decision to stay with AMC. I know it seemed pretty sudden, but I'm going to tell you right now, last night kind of sealed the deal there. Met some others from a few different states. I had a good time. Of course, you're a prospect, so you're busting your ass, and that's what a prospect does. So maybe we'll talk a little bit about that. But we'll see. I got to be cautious of these drivers. They still haven't acclimated to the seasons yet. There we go, high speed. Or what's considered high speed. But along the way, we'll talk about Odinism too and how it incorporates into modern life. Because that's just the thing, you know. That's what Odinism is. It's brought into the modern world with ancient tradition. And we can't always be running around in robes and swords and torches, but not like I do that anyway. But you look at some modern kindreds, they do post from time to time ceremonial pictures and things of that nature. And you see how they're dressed, you see how they're kind of living. And that's what it's about. You got to live in the times that you're at and not wish you were at a time that you weren't at. And we'll slowly go piece by piece and pick it apart and try not to turn this into like a 24-minute video of the same thing over and over. I want to bring you guys content, not bullshit. And once again, I am a supporter of Order 15. And check them out, order15.com. And I'm basically their unofficial vlog writer. I'm hoping more will follow suit. But we'll just have to see. So, the wind's not too bad today. Hopefully the visor's sealed correctly. We're going about 60 right now. So, but I guess what we'll talk about today is one of the first verses in the Have 'Em All. And I can't remember it right off the top of my head, so I'll include it in the lettering. Basically, it's about going forth and carrying a weapon. Now, obviously, I'm on a motorcycle, so my carrying options are here, but they're not like you would have in a truck. So I'm not going to be carrying a full loaded rifle and plate armor down the road. I primarily use a shoulder holster The reason is because most conceal laws in states are very specific, and usually the officer does see you have a firearm on your side and you're supposed to have it concealed, say in a motor vehicle, and this is a motor vehicle, it's got to be concealed. And I see a lot of guys carrying around, they got inside the waistband holsters, and once in a while you catch a glimpse, or they got a holster hanging off their side, which you'll always see, especially if they're riding around without an unbuttoned shirt. And that's kind of a pet peeve of mine. You know, the cops ain't gonna mess with you if you're doing everything right. And you gotta respect the officer too, because they are just, they go through their stretches of time here in America as well. So, and some of those stretches are pretty bloody. So I do support my local police officers. And I mean, I can't say everywhere for everyone else, but so anyway, you have your base layers, the layers you're riding with, your shirts and things like that. And then you want to put the shoulder holster on your cover, right before your covering layer, which is going to conceal it. So right before my sweatshirt, I have it on. And I have a Blackhawk setup, a little modified with some paracord because the straps weren't really cutting it for me. They were kind of shifting around and stretching out. And that's a thing to take into consideration. How solid do you want this thing? I mean, you don't want it flying around. You want it the easy access in case you ever have to pull. You may never get into that situation, but you never know either. That brings me back to MCs. Being a part of an MC, you're going to attract that attention you don't want. Usually from other bigger clubs that either are seeking to gain more members, absorb you, or they just don't like you in general. And that's a big thing. I mean, so this kind of like goes back to Order 15's potential MC they're setting up. You guys may want to rehearse and train yourselves, or go get some kind of training course, and trust me, it's worth the money. Getting a good training course, you will find things that you thought you knew and you didn't know. And of course, that's part of Odinism, seeking knowledge. So even if you go back through it again and relearn something you've already known, you probably gain perspective from it. And that is just one of those things about Odinism, is always in the pursuit of knowledge. Just like the one-eyed wanderer himself. Yeah, here we go. Fucking people as usual. It's a motorcycle. I never seen one of those. It's strange to me. Anyways. So, doing this, you know, it's a shoulder holster also leaves some options for your belt as well. You can carry more on your belt, which you don't want to carry too much. I got one large blade, a key holder, and a magazine holder. That's about it. Flashlight. I used to have 2 magazines, but the other one went missing. And I say that because people are dumb. So, and it's that shit right there. Anyways. So I guess that's my little spiel on concealing while carrying on a bike. And I'll tell you a little story too, because my holster is a circular retention and I've never had issues with it. It's always functioned. And you type them in, you're going to find mixed reviews about everything. It's personal preference. But I was sitting at a bank and I was with this one chick, and we were together for over a year, and discussion about children came up. Now, when you're working for chicken feed on a golf course, last thing you want to bring into this world is a child that you can't support. Plus, she was pretty KKK prone. And she said to me a few times, once you knock me up, I'm just going to leave anyway and raise the child myself. You won't be involved. And I said, fuck no. That's not the way that works. I'm not going to pay child support and lose a paycheck out my ass because you want to go play single mom for the rest of your life. But anyways, we're sitting at a bank, and I had to take the gun off, so I had a quick release so I could take it off while it was holstered. And go to the bank, do my business, come out. She's trying to get the gun out of the holster and just levels it at me. Now mind you, the retention holster is on, so the trigger can't be pulled. But just the nerve of trying to fucking shoot me with my own weapon was an important lesson. Not only in partners, but about how you actually leave your weapon and with who. Basically, the cops are called. I had to go through the whole fucking court system because I did knock the gun out of the way. And in the state of Wisconsin, if two parties clash and one physically taps one another, you two are subject to jail time and assault charges. That's just how this whole fucking state works. So you get in a fight here, you better do your damage, incapacitate your opponent, and then fucking leave. And hopefully nothing caught you on camera. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but that's another thing about a fight too. You win a fight, leave. Don't admire the handiwork, just go. And fucking traffic today. Because you stick around and admire your handiwork and you're done and you take pictures, that's how you get caught. Social media sucks. Gotta take the long way around now. But so she leveled the gun at me with the holster still attached because she couldn't get it off. And I'm glad I didn't teach her how to shoot, because actually that week I had enough money saved up I was going to. I'm so glad that I never taught her how to unholster that thing. I mean, right now I got a big round. I carry a 45 ACP, full-size service pistol, and yeah. Well, that's the story for today, I guess. I'm just gonna get in some dinner here because I didn't get very much yesterday. So we'll see what goes here, ladies and gents. I'll probably maybe record the ride back and throw some filler in there. I finally found a song that they're not nailing for copyright and telling me I can't use, even though I bought it, which kind of pisses me off. I bought that Woodruff song, and you're in radio, damn it. But anyways, folks, until the next vlog, which might actually be tomorrow because I'll be out and about taking care of some business, and hopefully the sound comes through on this great. If not, I have to change my camera setup somehow again. Stay true to your ancestors, stay true to yourselves, and watch for that demonic time where those demons might come out of the ground at you, because it just might happen. Peace out.